Hello and welcome to class. My name is Nora, and today we are focusing on variations of crow pose. So, this is the third in a series of classes, and today we're getting into some more advanced variations of crow pose. Specifically, today we're focusing on the upper back and finding a really strong and open upper back so that with a little bit more protraction, it's easier to find a little bit more lift off of the lower body in new variations of crow. So, if you're ready to join me today, go ahead and start the playlist and we'll meet on the mat in a comfortable seat. In your comfortable seat, make sure you can feel both sitting bones pressing down onto the earth. Lengthen the spine up out of the pelvis, and then roll your shoulders back and down, hands resting lightly on the knees. Gently close your eyes. And begin to notice the upper back. For many of us, we hold a lot of tension there. So if that's you, if things feel tight and tense, acknowledge it, let it be here. If things feel loosey-goosey, maybe you've already done some warm-up for the upper back, or maybe you've worked out that area of the body recently. Take note of that. And remember that our back body is also like our protective shell. Our front body is the space where we're vulnerable and soft. Our back body is almost like a turtle shell. It holds everything together, it keeps us standing upright. And when we get scared, when we get nervous, we round, we curl in ourselves, and that back body is the protective shell. So as we open things up today in the upper back, remember that that's kind of going against the natural tendency of our bodies. But as we start to strengthen that area, remember that we're tapping into a strength that is already there. The back body is what keeps us erect and moving through our days. Let's take a deep breath in, filling into the pit of the abdomen. And then watch the breath turn around and travel all the way back out through the nostrils. Breathe in, finding spaciousness deep into the belly. And then begin to find a little bit of spaciousness across the back of the throat. Above all else today, keep the breath central. Try not to let anything disturb the slow, deep breathing you're creating right now. Take one more deep breath in. Slow, steady breath through the nose. And gently blink the eyes open. And let's take a twist to start. Take your right hand behind your seat and your left hand outside of your knee. As you breathe in, lift the back of your heart forward and up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, push your left shoulder forward towards the wall that you're facing. And notice how that starts to turn the right shoulder a little bit further back. You might even look back. Inhaling, lift the back of the heart forward and up. Exhale, left shoulder drives forward, right shoulder rolling back. One more time. Now with this exhale, your front hand that's on the knee, wrap it around the knee so you're holding on to it. Inhale, take the right arm all the way up to the sky, carrying the right side body a little bit taller as you reach. And then exhale, lean in the direction of the left kneecap. Big inhale into the right side of the rib cage, right armpit. You might experiment with looking down or looking up. And then let's get into the upper back just a little bit more. Your bottom elbow, bend it so that you're pulling yourself a little bit deeper into a twisting action here. With your next exhale, sit upright. Bring your top arm down in front of your chest and lift your bottom arm up to meet it. Bend the elbows. Couple of options from here. You can grab opposite shoulders. You can bring the forearms to connect, or you can double wrap the arms into an eagle bind Garudasana. With the inhale, lift your elbows up. With the exhale, drop the elbows to the navel and your chin to your chest, rounding in on yourself. Breathe in, try to tear your elbows in opposite directions. And with the exhale, whole upper body gets a little bit heavier. Breathe into the upper back, the space between the shoulder blades rising like a loaf of bread in the oven. Inhale, pick your elbows up. Lift back up to center. Exhale, cactus the arms, pulling the elbows to 90 degrees, shoulder height, and then pulling them a little bit further back in space so that you feel the upper back retract, the shoulders moving towards the spine. Big inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand behind the seat, right hand outside the knee. Inhale, lift the back of the heart forward and up. Exhale, push through the right palm. Try to drive the right shoulder forward towards the wall that you're facing. Roll your left shoulder back. With your exhale, wrap your front hand around your knee so you're gripping it. With your inhale, back arm reaches up to the sky. Carry the left side body a little bit taller. Exhale, reach in the direction of the right knee. Keep your left knee pushing down. You might look down towards the floor. You might look up towards the sky. This is your opportunity to experiment with what feels good for you. And then put a little bend in the bottom elbow, creating a little bit more twisting action. Maybe turning the entire chest over to the left side of the mat. A little bit more. With your exhale, sit up tall. Top arm comes down in front of the chest. Bottom arm rises up to meet it. Bend your elbows. Tops of shoulders for the hands. Backs of forearms connect or double wrap into Garudasana. Inhale, lift the elbows up regardless of which option you've taken. Exhale, elbows to the navel and chin to chest. Tear the elbows apart. Let your upper body get heavy. Inhale, breathe spaciousness into the space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift your elbows back up to center. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the front of the chest wide. Inhale, turn your chest up to the sky. Exhale, release your hands, and let's make our way to tabletop, hands and knees. In tabletop, we're going to start to move through a couple different positions for the shoulders. Let's start by pushing the floor away and doming the upper back, finding protraction. So pushing the shoulders forward into the floor. And then rise the shoulders up towards your earlobes. So feeling the shoulders draw up the back ribs. Keeping those shoulders elevated towards the ears. Now drop your chest and sink down into retraction. So shoulder blades still elevated, but now retracted into the spine. And then draw the shoulder blades down towards the hips as you find neutral. Okay, a couple of cycles like that. Take a big breath in. Navel contracts, exhale, drive the shoulders forward, down towards the floor. And then inhale, lift the elbows, or pardon me, lift the shoulders to the earlobes. Elevation. Retract, sink the heart down, shoulder blades meet on the back body, and then drag the shoulders back towards the hips. Let's do one more circle like that. Forward into protraction. Elevate to the ears. Drop the chest, retract shoulder blades to the spine, and then drag it back towards the hips. Nice. Let's isolate to some scapular push-ups. So this is just going to be retraction and protraction, no elevation or depression. So inhale, sink the chest, retract. Exhale, push the floor away, dome the upper back, shoulder blades spread apart. Inhale, sink. Exhale, push. Now notice that this is all in the upper back. This isn't cat-cow. We're not letting the rib cage move. We're not letting the pelvis tilt. We're not even really letting the core move. You might need to go a little bit slower than me. You might want to go a little bit faster. That's up to you. But make sure that you're finding full squeeze in towards center at the bottom and full push towards the outer borders of the upper back at the top in protraction. Let's do two more. One more. Nice. Walk yourself back, sit all the way back to the heels. Let's start to warm up the wrists. Arms come overhead, curl your fingertips in to make fists, pop them open. We got flashlights. Make sure that you're finding friction of the tips of the fingers striking against the palms as you try to flick water off the fingertips. If this becomes too much for the shoulders, hands come out in front of you. You want to feel burning. You want it to feel hot, intense. It means that we're really warming up the wrists and strengthening them for the work we're going to ask them to do today. Make sure you're still breathing even as the intensity builds. We're here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Let that go. Walk yourself back out to tabletop, but turn your fingertips back to face your knees. Two options here. You can either rock forward and back, or you can stay stationary, shoulders over your wrist, but then bend your elbows back towards your knees. Either one is going to give you a good stretch through the wrists. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Fingertips face forward again. Palms plant, and then flip your palms up, fingertips turn in towards each other. And if this is a little bit too much, you can always sit back towards your heels a little bit, take some of the weight off. A little shift of the shoulders from side to side, maybe bending the elbows and straightening them. Ooh. Regardless of what movements you're taking here, all 10 fingers spread wide. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring the fingertips to face forward again. Let's find tabletop. Tuck your toes and lift your knees up to bear pose. So the knees are hovering just 1/4 of an inch. Inner thighs squeeze together like they're holding a block, and then lift your low belly. Pelvic floor is rising here. Let's find those scapular push-ups again. So inhale, sink the chest, retract shoulders to spine. Exhale, push the floor away and protract the upper back. Oh, that takes some work. Inhale, sink the chest. Exhale, push. Give me 3 more. Steady breath. Don't let your knees touch. Last one. Beautiful. Step the feet back, find plank pose. Feet about hip width apart, heels reach to the back of the mat so your legs are really actively turned on. And then again, low belly is lifting. Scapular push-ups for 5. Inhale, sink the chest. Exhale, push the floor away, dome the upper back. Inhale, sink. Exhale, push. For 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Drop your knees. Push back to child's pose. Rest for a moment. Know that this is always here. If things get too intense, if you lose the thread of your breath, if you notice that your breathing has become really shallow, know that you can always rest. This practice is yours. So if you want to pause the video at any point and take a rest, you can also do that as well. Big breath in child's pose. Big sigh out. From here, let's walk back out to plank pose. Tuck your toes, lift your knees up, but then come down onto your forearms. Forearm plank. We're going to spend a fair amount of time on our forearms today. So let's make sure we've got good form. You want to lift your heels a little bit and drag your heart forward so that you see your shoulders stack over your elbows. Once your shoulders are stacked, push your wrists down into the floor. They like to lift up whenever we come down to the forearms. See if you can use the entirety of your lower arm that's on the floor, not just the space underneath your elbows, but all the way out through the ends of your fingertips as well. Big breath in through the nose. Draw the navel to the spine. Pelvic floor lifting, inner thighs squeezing. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's take this forearm plank for a walk. Bend your right knee, tap it to the floor, lift it right back up. Bend your left knee, tap it to the floor, lift it right back up. We go right knee. We go left knee. Right knee and left knee. We keep it going, just tapping it out. Keeping the core strong. Continuing to push the floor away through the elbows to keep the upper back domed. Tapping for another 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. Forearm plank. Now let's walk the feet in a little bit, shorten your stance, and bend your knees, almost like we're in a forearm bear pose. Take a breath in. Look forward. With the exhale, straighten your legs. Think chest forward. We're going to lift our forearms straight up and come up onto our palms. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, drop your forearms back to the earth. Let's do that again. You might need to wiggle your heels out a little bit. Walk your feet in. Bend your knees. Take a breath and look forward. Breathe out, straighten the legs. Chest goes forward, forearms lift. Inhale, plank pose. One more time, drop one forearm and then the other, sliding the heels back. This time we walk the feet in and find dolphin pose. Dolphin pose. So hips are high, you're still pushing into the forearms, pushing into the wrist, pushing into the ends of the fingertips, but your hips are now stacked over your shoulders, so there's additional weight that's going to naturally sink your chest towards the floor. I want you to fight that feeling. So drive down through the elbows. Can you find some lift to your chest? Find some lift to your chest, physically moving it up away from the floor with the strength of your shoulders. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose. Take one more breath here. Let it go. Walk your feet out slow and steady. Find forearm plank, shoulders stacked, and then walk your feet in lightly, bend your knees. Exhale, push up to plank pose. Good. Lift your hips up and back. First downward facing dog. You might need to move back on your mat a little bit. Now start to notice how the shoulders are feeling. We've done a fair amount of warm up for them, so they should be feeling strong. They should be feeling awake. Spread all 10 fingers wide, and then again, like we did in dolphin pose, push the floor away through the hands. Can you find a little bit more lift to your chest so that your chest is a farther distance from the floor? Drop your head, release back of neck, and then walk your feet out a little bit further than you think they need to go. Make a little bit of a longer down dog today. Breathe in through the nose. Big sigh out through the mouth. All right, with your inhale, lift your heels, round the upper back into protraction as you roll forward to plank, leading with the back of the heart all the way there. Shoulders stack over wrists and lengthen out the spine once you arrive. Drop down onto your forearms with an exhale. Feet hip width apart, take a breath in. Exhale, drop your heels over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop your heels over to the left. Upper back is staying strong. No motion there, but the hips are swiveling and the core is working to maintain isolation in the upper body, but letting the lower body move freely. We have another 4 swivels. 3 swivels. 2 swivels. 1 swivel. Forearm plank, inhale. Exhale, walk your feet into dolphin pose. Take a breath in, push the floor away, lift your chest up. Exhale, walk the feet out just a little bit, but bend your knees, forearm bear. Breathe in, look forward. Exhale, straighten the legs, lift your forearms. Inhale, float your right leg up and back, 3-legged dog, pushing the hips up and back as well. Exhale, take a knee to nose and hold. Push the floor away. Find a little bit more protraction so that the shoulder blades, again, move towards the outer borders of the upper back. 1 more breath in. Exhale, step the right foot through between the palms. Left foot steps up as well, but it crosses behind the right ankle. Your pinkies are aligned, your knees are bent as much as they need to be. Push both of your heels down into the floor, and let's find a nice, easy forward fold. So drop your head. Again, knees are bent as much as you need to. And let it go. Now inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands over to the right corner of the mat. Little side body stretch. Maybe those left fingertips continue to crawl a little bit further away from you. Again, push through both heels. As you exhale, walk it through center and take it all the way over towards the top left corner of the mat. Walk those right fingertips a little bit further away from you. Big breath in. Exhale, walk back through center. Find a halfway lift, flat back. Elevate your right heel. The heel that's in front, you're going to lift that up. Bring your hands to your hip and keep a flat back as you rise all the way up to stand. From here, exhale, cactus the arms. We thread right elbow underneath left for eagle arms, Garudasana. Now, we've already taken eagle arms today. If you prefer to take some other variation, we walk through those at the start. So hands on shoulders, backs of forearms connecting, any of those are fine. With the inhale, lift your elbows, but then bend your knees and sink back like you're going to sit in a chair. You can keep those right toes on the earth, or if you're feeling spicy already, you can pick the right toes up to float, or you can double wrap them behind your left ankle. Regardless of what you're doing, inner thighs squeeze, upper arms squeeze together. As you lift the elbows, so a little bit deeper. Good, 1 more breath in. Exhale, unravel, unwind. Inhale, arms reach all the way up to the sky mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, bend your knees, hop back to bear pose. So about a halfway hop back to the back of the mat. The knees are hovering. Take a breath in and bear. Exhale, hop to low plank. So legs shoot straight back, bend your elbows, squeeze them into the side bodies. Inhale, upward facing dog, pull the heart through. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Let it go. Inhale, lift your heels, round forward, roll forward through plank. Exhale, drop one forearm and then the other. All right, from here, drop both heels over to the right. Push the floor away. Can you lift that right hip up as high as it'll go? And then maybe that left arm rises all the way up for side forearm plank. Big breath in. Big breath out. Keep lifting that right hip up by pushing the floor away through right elbow and the feet. 1 more breath, maybe a little bit more lift. Exhale, left forearm down, heel swivel over to the left. Before you lift the right arm up, use both arms to push, turning those obliques on. Inhale, right arm goes high now. Keep the height in the left hip. Exhale, right forearm down. Walk the feet in for dolphin. One inhale to push the floor away, lift your chest up. Exhale, walk it about halfway out, bend your knees, forearm bear. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, straighten the legs, chest goes forward, lift up to plank. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg goes up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders stack over wrists. Stay here, push the floor away, feel shoulder blades spread to the outer edges of your upper back. Hold. As you're empty, step the left foot through between the palms. Right foot steps up behind the left ankle, bending the knees as much as you need to, both heels pressed down. All right, let's take the side body stretch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. As you're empty, walk it over to the left. Big breath in. Exhale through center and over to the right. Big inhale. Exhale back to center. Inhale, halfway lift, elevate your left heel. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, we rise to stand with a flat back all the way. Exhale, cactus the arms. We thread left elbow underneath right. Any arm variation is fine. Inhale, lift the elbows, but sit down and do an imaginary chair behind you. Option to lift the left toes up. Option to wrap them behind your right ankle. Try to square your hips. They like to swing out to the left in eagle. Wrap that right hip point forward. Breathe in, elbows rising. Breathe out, sitting a little bit deeper. One more breath in this tight eagle. Exhale, release, unwind. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, hop to bear. Breathe in. Exhale, hop to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Here we go. We'll add on. Inhale, heels lift, round forward to plank. Exhale, drop one forearm, then the other. Inhale, look forward. Shoulders are stacked over elbows. Exhale, push the floor away. Slide your shoulders back. Lift your heart back. Inhale, heart forward, shoulders stack. Exhale, push the floor away. Move your shoulders back behind your elbows. Inhale, forward. Exhale, push. Inhale, forward. Exhale, push. For another 3. Last one. Inhale, forearm plank. Exhale, walk it into dolphin. One breath in, push the floor away, chest lifts. Exhale, walk it halfway out, forearm bear. Breathe in, look forward. Exhale, push up, lift your elbows. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg goes high. Exhale, knee to nose. Breathe in, protract the upper back, push the floor away. Exhale, step the right foot up. Left foot crosses behind, both heels land. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, elevate your right heel. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, flat back to the top. Exhale, cactus the arms, right elbow underneath left. Inhale, elbows lift, sink to eagle. As you exhale this time, we round forward and we cap the elbows over your knees. Inhale into the protraction in the upper back. Try to tear your elbows apart. Exhale a little bit deeper through your sitting bones. Again, inhale, puff up the upper back. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, lift about halfway up with the chest. Exhale, send the right leg back for warrior 3. All right, couple of breaths in warrior 3. If eagle arms is too much to maintain here, you can always bring your hands to the floor or blocks right underneath your shoulders. If you still have the bind, inhale, reach forward through both fingertips. Keep elevating your elbows away from your chest, and then stretch back with equal degree through the right heel. Pull your navel to your spine. Find a little bit of lift to the front of your rib cage. 2 more breaths. Final breath in. Exhale, unravel the arms, hands to the floor, standing split, fold into your left leg. Inhale, elevate the right toes as high as you can. Exhale, right foot lands next to left, and then bend your knees and sink down into malasana. So most of the time when we cue malasana in yoga, we talk about the feet being about hips width, maybe a little bit wider, and your toes turning out. That's because for many of our hips, they can't handle feet being any closer together. This might be you today. This might be where you need to be for malasana. However, if you have been doing yoga for a while, if you're familiar with malasana and you feel comfortable in it, today might be the day that you bring the feet together into the traditional malasana squat. All right? Heels on the earth. Low back long, hips sinking, but your chest is still tall. Maybe the arms are reaching forward, maybe the arms are reaching overhead. Take a big breath in malasana wherever you are. Exhale, bring your palms to the floor. We hop back to bear pose. So shift the weight forward into the hands, feet get light, hop back bear. Breathe in. Exhale, hop back low plank. Collarbones broad, inhale, broaden them even more into upward facing dog. Exhale, lift the navel back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, lift your heels around the upper back into plank. Exhale, come down to the forearms. We walk our forearm plank out. So tap one knee and then the other. Tapping one knee and then the other. Keeping it going. Upper body stable. Pelvic floor lifting. Knees tapping. We have another 8. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your feet in dolphin pose. Push the floor away. Exhale, walk it halfway out for forearm bear. Bend your knees. Breathe in, look forward. Exhale, straighten the legs, lift the elbows, forearm plank. Inhale, take the left leg up and back to 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step the left foot through between the palms. Right foot steps up behind it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, elevate your left heel as you find a halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, flat back rise. Exhale, cactus the arms. We thread left elbow under right. Inhale, sit to eagle pose as you lift the elbows. Exhale, round forward. We cap the elbows over the knees. Big breath into the upper back. Exhale, a little bit more sit through your standing leg. Inhale, spread the shoulder blades, tear the elbows apart. Final breath in. Inhale, find a halfway lift in the chest. Exhale, left leg shoots back to warrior 3. Couple of breaths in warrior 3. Draw the fingertips forward, draw the left heel back. Find some lift to the rib cage and a little lift to the front of the left thigh. Final breath in. Exhale, hands down, standing split. Inhale, lift the left toes as high as you can. Exhale, drop the head as heavy as you can. Breathe in. Exhale, left foot lands next to right, either close or spread apart. For malasana, bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, chest is tall. Exhale, plant your palms, hop back to bear. Breathe in. Exhale, hop back to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And let it go. Inhale, lift your heels, lead with the back of the heart to plank. Exhale, drop your forearms down. Keep your feet hip width apart. We drop heels to the right. We drop heels to the left. Another 3. Another 2. Keep it moving. Last one. Inhale, walk your feet in dolphin. Keep lifting the chest up. Exhale, walk it out, bend your knees, bear. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, lift your elbows up to plank. Inhale, hips lift, right leg rises, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step the right foot through, left foot crosses behind. Inhale, halfway lift, elevate the right heel. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, rise to stand flat back. Exhale, cactus. We go right elbow under left. Inhale, sit to eagle, lift your elbows. Exhale, round forward to flying eagle. One breath into the upper back, make it lift. Exhale, right leg shoots back, warrior 3. Lengthen fingertips through right heel. Exhale, standing split, hands down, right leg high. Breathe in. Exhale, right foot lands next to left, sit to malasana. Breathe in. Exhale, sit yourself down all the way onto your butt. And then lift your feet up for Navasana, boat pose. Navasana. All right, bring your hands around the backs of your thighs. Pull your knees into your chest and lift your chest to meet your knees. You're sitting up really tall. And then separate your legs and straighten them to the degree that is accessible to you. And maybe today that means that your knees are fully bent. That's okay. That's no worries. This is here if you want it. Take a breath in. Legs are wide. Exhale, we roll back, still holding onto the legs. We rock up and we catch Navasana. Woo! Inhale, roll it back. Exhale, core tightens as we catch the lift. Inhale, roll back. And lift. And sometimes you don't catch it. That's okay. Keep your toes pointed. Keep lifting your chest towards your thighs and pulling your thighs towards your chest. There we go. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Inhale, Navasana. Extend the arms forward. Keep the legs reaching. Exhale, set your feet down, close together. Keep your knees wide. Lift your hips up. All right, so we're kind of in a new malasana variation. Feet are together, knees wide. Bring your arms forward and round. Keep trying to crawl the fingertips even further forward in space, and then let the backs of your armpits lift up a little bit. Let the back of your heart lift up a little bit. Big breath. One more breath in. Let it go. Slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. Lift your hips up. Knees to the backs of the triceps. Regular crow pose, Bakasana. Look forward, lean forward. Maybe your toes leave the earth. Grip through the fingertips. Keep lifting up the upper back. The more you lift up the upper back, the more you push the floor away, the easier this is going to be. The more height you're going to have, the easier it is to get the feet up. We're here for 1 more breath in. As you exhale, you can either step down and go to bear pose, or you can hop back to bear pose from here. Breathe in, bear. Exhale, hop back, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, round forward plank. Exhale, come down to your forearms. Feet hip width, take a breath in. Exhale, heels swivel right. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left forearm down. Heels swivel left. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale, walk it into dolphin. Keep lifting the chest up all the way. Exhale, walk it halfway out. Bend your knees, forearm bear. Look forward. Exhale, lift the elbows, straighten the legs. Inhale, three-legged dog. The right leg goes up and back. Pardon me. The left leg goes up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Left foot steps through, right foot steps up behind it. Inhale, halfway lift, elevate your left heel. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, flat back rise. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, thread left elbow under right. Sit to eagle garudasana. Exhale, fly your eagle round forward. One breath into the upper back. Exhale, warrior three, left leg shoots back. Inhale, lengthen fingertips through the heel. Exhale, standing split. Breathe in. Exhale, left foot lands next to right. Sit to malasana. Inhale. Exhale, sit down on your butt. Lay yourself down all the way on your back this time. Knees stay under the chest. Point your toes. Connect the big toes together. Knees are wide. Breathe in. Exhale, navel down. Lift head, neck, and chest up. Arms go straight up to the sky like the ceiling is the floor. And guess what? We're in crow pose on our backs. We're doing little pulsing crow sit-ups. So the idea is to lift the bottom tips of your shoulder blades up. And as you're lifting, maybe you're tapping the triceps to your kneecaps. Ooh, feel that strength in the core. Feel that lift to the upper back for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the lift. Hold the lift. Stay. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Can you get those shoulder blades up any higher? Last breath in. Exhale, release. Whew. All right. Hands tuck into the backs of the thighs. Rock up. Feet together. Knees wide. Hands behind you. Lift your butt up. Hands come forward, round forward. Protracted malasana. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Slide your hands back underneath the shoulders. Let's come into baby crow or forearm crow as it's also known. So in this variation, you're going to bring the forearms down to the earth. You want to have those elbows right underneath your shoulders. Now notice where the knees are in relation to the upper arms. They're in the perfect place right now. So all you're going to do is lift your hips up and you're going to bring your knees right towards the backs of the armpits. All right, towards the backs of the armpits. Now you're going to look forward. You're going to lean forward. Don't look down. As soon as you look down, you're going to sink towards the floor. Look forward because that's where we want the face to go. That's where we want the chest to go. You're going to grip into your fingertips a little bit more, and maybe those feet leave the floor. This is a very low crow pose, okay? You're going to feel like you're hovering just above the earth because you are. There's not that much lift off here. So it really matters how much you can push the floor away through the forearms, keep the upper back domed to get those feet up. Okay, give it a couple of attempts. If you can hold this, great. Hold it for 3 breaths and then release. All right, if you're coming in and out, no worries. Play around with how close you're placing the elbows to your feet. Play around with where you're placing the knees. Are they really up into the armpits or are they closer to the elbows? All of that makes a big difference. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Lift your forearms. Step back to bear. Breathe in, bear. Exhale, hop back, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. We have one more round of this flow each side. Inhale, lift your heels, round forward plank. Exhale, drop to your forearms. Inhale, forearm plank. We're just holding right now. Exhale, walk it into dolphin. Inhale, push the floor away, lift your chest up. Exhale, walk it halfway out, forearm bear. Inhale, look forward in preparation. Exhale, straighten the legs, lift your forearms. Inhale, right leg goes high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through, left foot steps up behind right. Inhale, halfway lift, elevate your right heel. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, flat back rise. Exhale, cactus the arms, right elbow underneath left. Inhale, eagle, elbows lift. Exhale, fly your eagle, tap elbows to knee. One breath in, upper back lift. Exhale, warrior three, right leg shoots back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, standing split. Inhale, lift the right toes. Exhale, malasana. Malasana. This time, we're just going to go right into it. No core. So split your knees, feet are together. We're doing a mix. This is like a teenager funky crow. We're going to have one forearm down. We're going to have one palm down. So let's start with the right side. I'm going to angle toward you a little bit more. Feet are together, knees wide. You're going to bring the right forearm down. Right forearm down, the elbows right underneath the shoulder. Bring your left palm down. The thumb of that left palm is in line with the right elbow. Okay? All right. Lift your hips up. We're aiming for the left knee on the back of the left tricep. We're aiming for the right knee on the back of the right armpit. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what's going on with that forearm side. Just like we did in baby crow just now. So you've got to support under each knee. They're just a little bit different. You've got to push strongly through the floor, push strongly into the floor with both arms. And then maybe the feet lift up here. Keep looking forward. Keep taking your heart forward. But then push the floor away. Dome the upper back. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Release. Step back to bear pose. Tabletop, knees hovering. Exhale, hop back, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, round forward plank. Exhale, drop one forearm, then the other. Inhale, walk it into dolphin, lift your chest up. Exhale, walk it halfway out, forearm bear. Inhale, look forward, prep. Exhale, straighten the legs, push up, plank. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg goes up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot through between the palms, right foot steps up behind it. Inhale, halfway lift, elevate left heel. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, flat back, rise. Exhale, cactus. We thread, left elbow under right. Inhale, sit to eagle. Exhale, round forward, elbows tap the knee. Inhale, breathe into the upper back. Exhale, warrior three, left leg back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands down, standing split. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, left foot lands next to right. Malasana, sink the hips, knees go wide. All right, other side, same variation, same teenager funky crow. So we bring the left forearm down, elbows underneath the shoulder. We bring the right hand down, the thumb is in line with the left elbow. Lift your hips up. Right knee is connecting to that right tricep already, and then you're going to have to lean a little bit to the left to bring the left knee onto the back of the left arm. Push the floor away. Keep the upper back strong. As you lean forward, maybe the feet get light. Maybe those feet get light. Woo, baby crow. Funky teenager crow. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Step back to bear. Inhale, bear. Exhale, hop, low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Breathe in. Big sigh out. Drop your knees. Either child's pose, just sitting on your heels, maybe grabbing a sip of water. Notice how the upper back feels. Notice the heat that's been generated there. If things just feel hot back there, that's normal. We did a lot of work. We asked a lot of the upper back today. But see what's shifted since we started. If you'd like, if you want to do just a little bit more work in the vein of what we've been doing today, we're going to do just a little bit more. If you're done, you're welcome to skip this or just hang out in a child's pose or another restorative posture until we're through with this. It's not going to be long. So we're going to come into dolphin. So you can lay your forearms down and then lift your hips up, but then walk your feet in, but take them as wide as your mat. This is just a little opportunity to get upside down, more so than we have today. So similar principle to what we've been doing. You're going to bend your knees with your inhale, and you're going to look forward between your thumbs. With the exhale, we're going to hop towards a straddle handstand, but you're going to lift your forearms up as you hop. It's going to look like this. Big breath in, bend the knees.
Exhale, push off, lift your forearms. And then we come right back down. Okay, couple of hops like that. I'm going to demo a few so you can see what it looks like. All right, feet as wide as your mat. Inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. Keep your gaze there. Exhale, push off, lift your elbows. Inhale, land. Bend your knees. Exhale, push off, lift. And set it down. Let's take another 3 hops. Maybe catching some air time. And then coming back down. Let's come down to the knees. And let's go for an easy heart opener. So bring your knees about as wide as you would for child's pose. Big toes are touching. Bring your hands behind you. Fingertips can face towards the sides of the mat, or they can face away towards the back of the mat. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, lift your heart up. Lift your rib cage up. Push the floor away through the palms. If you want more, push the floor away through the shins. Lift your hips up. Glutes are turned on. Deep breaths. Find that spaciousness in the belly, in the chest, and the back of the throat. One more big breath. Exhale, release. Walk your hands forward, sit up tall, and then bring the hands down in front of you and lay down on your belly. All right, extend your right arm out to the right, a little bit higher than shoulder height. Push through the left palm, roll back onto the right shoulder. You can bring the left foot to the floor. If you want more, you can bring the right foot to the floor. Keep the right palm sealed down. And gently roll back onto your belly, using your left hand to slow yourself down. And we switch sides. Right hand underneath the shoulder, left arm out to the left, a little bit higher than shoulder height. Push through the palm, roll back onto the left shoulder. Option to bring right foot to the floor, option to bring left foot to the floor. Inhale, roll back onto the belly. Stretch one arm overhead, one arm underneath the shoulder. Roll yourself all the way onto your back. Open the arms wide in a T shape, knees into the chest. Exhale, drop your knees to the right. Inhale, knees to center. Exhale, knees drop to the left. Inhale, knees to center. Happy baby. Gently release the hold on your feet. Extend your arms and legs straight up to the sky. Take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Shake your arms and legs as fast as you can. Breathe in, keep shaking. Exhale, shake faster. Letting it all go. One more breath. Shake as fast as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stillness. And as you feel the tingling in your arms and your legs subside, bend at your elbows and knees, sink your limbs to the floor, and allow yourself to rest for a few moments in Shavasana. Let the next inhale flood your lungs. And let it recede between your parted lips. Reawaken by wiggling your fingers and your toes. And shaking the head from side to side, massaging the back of the skull. The next inhale that rolls through catches your arms and pulls them overhead into a full body stretch. Exhale, slide the soles of the feet to the floor and roll to one side. You can end practice here. You can press up and meet me in a comfortable seat with the hands at heart center. We end with gratitude today for our back body, for our upper back specifically. They provide so much fluidity and mobility in our lives, but they also provide strength and protection. And in their versatility, we find their greatest strength to us. May we all be so versatile. Inhale, thumbs up to the third eye between the brows. Offer your gratitude to your space. And as we bow forward in reverence to each other, to those that came before and those that will come after, we say namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for practice today. I hope you enjoyed class and maybe you discovered some variations on poses that you
haven't tried before. If you enjoyed this class, please give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And send me any requests for future classes. Until we meet on the mat again soon, namaste.